Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact me. Those of you that need counseling, you can also contact me at 339-1670, or you can call my office at 237-3135. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you that are on our page, Real Talk with Saeed, like and share as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. Now viewers, I am giving you this time to call your friends, call your family, send your little WhatsApp message, your little text message. You know, you like to go on Facebook, message your friends, families, your neighbor, your loved ones. Tell them Real Talk is going live. Now viewers, I will see you right after this break.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Now before I go forward viewers, Real Talk Media extend a sincere apology to Mr. Rudal Munilal for mentioning his name instead of Wade Mark on taping of the show on Thursday, the 12th of September 2019 due to a script error. Once again, Real Talk Media extend their sincere apology to Mr. Rudal Munilal. Rudal Munilal. Now viewers, Wade Mark was asking what due diligence was used and not Mr. Rudal Munilal in signing the contract with Gazuba Group International Company. Now viewers, it was an error that was made by my staff, and I do apologize to Mr. Rudal for that type of error. Now viewers, as we start off tonight's show, remember it's Fire Friday. I have created Fire Friday for you, the viewers of Trinidad and Tobago, local and regional viewers. Feel free to call in. Tonight is the night where I give you the opportunity to call in and let the world know what is taking place in your community. With the guns, with the drugs, with the road, with water, with bandits, with policing, whatever it is, with the councillor, the MP is not visiting the area, the councillor not coming to you, when you go to the office they're not there, feel free to call in. It's Friday night. Tonight is where we light it up, and I am giving you the opportunity to do that. But in doing that, please watch your language and mute your television set when you're calling in. Our phone numbers are 237-3135. Feel free. As we start off tonight, the PNM Women's League is calling on opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa to state exactly how she knew about the arrest of MP Marlene McDonald. In a release on Thursday, the league called on opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa to confirm whether she had conversation with Port of Spain South MP McDonald and inform her that she was going to be arrested weeks before she was charged. According to the Women's League, Chairman Planning Minister Camille Robinson Regis, the opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa has a duty and obligations to answer the statement made by the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, which was confirmed by MP Marlene MacDonald. UNC's Public Relations Officer Anita Haynes accused the PNM on Wednesday of trying to manipulate crosstalk and conversation into something else. Call her good night. Hello? Now, viewers, there are so much incidents that happen in Trinidad with women. Some are being battered, some are being raped, some are abused, kicked out of their home. But the Women's League, the PNM Women's League in Trinidad and Tobago, chooses to ask Kamala Persad-Bissessar how she knew about Marlene MacDonald's arrest weeks before it happened. So my thing is, why the interest in Kamala Persad-Bissessar when you are a group of women, you call yourself the PNM Women's League? Why don't you stand up for women? Why don't you stand up for the women in Trinidad and Tobago? You're studying about the opposition on how she knew weeks before that Marlene was going to be arrested. So much things are happening to the women in Trinidad and Tobago, but you choose to ask the former Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala, about how she knew that. Are you all for real? Huh? Come back to me, guys. Are you for real? What type of women's league are you all? I'm asking. I am asking you that. So many things happen to women. Like all yourself, or let's saying you are the PNM Women's League of Trinidad and Tobago, but yet you all are not coming out and assisting the woman. You all not even hiring a lawyer to fight a domestic violence case for a woman or a mother. Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Ali, I just called to say that I love your suit. It looks really dashing on you.
Thank you so much. You see, viewers, somebody needs to stand up and put parties in their place. Because if you are a chosen party and you choose to represent something, why are you not doing that? Why are you all not doing that? So many things happen to women in Trinidad. They don't have a society to stand up for women. Who is standing for the woman in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it the PNM Women League? Or are you too busy asking the former MP and how she knew that? There's a lot of things everybody know. Citizens of Trinidad and Tobago know who are the gang leaders. But does those hierarchy, can they give the actual order to arrest a gang leader? Can they? Or are they afraid? Call her good night. Hello?
Good night.
Go right ahead.
I'm a big fan of your show. Calling. I need some help with my house.
What happened to the house?
Well, I don't really want to talk on anything good. I really need some help. I have a little baby.
Okay. Leave your number with my staff and I will get in touch with you tomorrow. Thank you. Who is standing up for the battered woman? Is the PNM League doing that? Women's League doing that? I'm asking a simple question. Because you are calling yourself the PNM Women's League. Can a woman come to you, being the PNM Women's League in Trinidad, and ask for some sort of assistance? Can they? You see, I am a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, and when we have leagues that are not doing anything, that is the problem. Why did you form a league? You see, I created this platform for the viewers, for the citizen, to make a change, not just a name, not for fame, not for popularity. I had fame and popularity before I was on TV. I am known local and regional for spiritual work. So I had that platform before coming on TV. I created this to make a difference for the citizen, not for me. So with some woman in the league, some woman in the league stand up for a woman as yourself. Can you do that? I'm just asking. I'm not bashing, I'm asking. As we move on tonight, it's Fire Friday, you know, viewers. I lighten up tonight, you know, I hot tonight, you know. Because when I see the PNM Women's League want to ask the former opposition leader, and they're demanding she to answer what Keith Rowley said. You ever sitting like that? When a woman get kicked out, you ain't hearing them. When a woman get murdered, you ain't hearing them. But you're demanding the former Prime Minister to answer Dr. Keith Rowley. Well, great, yes? That's why this platform was created. Call her good night.
Mr. Ali, good night.
Go right ahead, sir.
Mr. Ali, you see Miss Camille, you can't blame her, you know. She is frustrated. When a woman gets frustrated, they say all sorts of things. Remember, here can't go on the woman here. So on she head, here can't go on every day is a different wig she putting on. So she say, how can I shop in it? Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. The Minister of Finance, Colin Imbert, during Parliament on Friday, noted that 5,148 Venezuelan registration cards have been verified by the Venezuelan authority and have been recommended for ministerial approval. Acting Prime Minister Colin Imbert noted that he has been advised that 3,091 registration cards have been processed, printed, and relevant applications have been contacted to collect them. Acting Prime Minister Colin Imbert was speaking during Parliament on Friday.
I'm told that 5,148 applications in total have been verified by the Venezuelan authorities and Interpol and local authorities and have been recommended for ministerial approval. So far, I'm advised that 3,091 cards have been processed and printed, and the relevant applicants have been contacted to collect them. I'm told that 5,148 applications in total have been verified by the Venezuelan authorities and Interpol.
Now, viewers, 3,091 registration cards have been processed, printed, and relevant applications have been contacted to collect them. Now, I want to ask, what about the rest of illegal immigrants that are in Trinidad? And what happened to the rest of illegal Venezuelan nationals that are here in Trinidad? What happened to them? Are they allowed to roam the streets of Trinidad and Tobago untouched? If I am wrong for asking, well then you tell me. Because I've been hearing of a lot of Venezuelans being held in Trinidad for marijuana and cocaine and housebreaking and larceny of vehicles, a lot. So what happened to the thousands of illegal Venezuelan immigrants walking on our streets today? Could the immigration answer that? Could the Minister of Foreign Affairs now comment on that? Or could the Minister of National Security comment on that? Because the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago wants to know, why are there no mass deportation? And I will keep highlighting it until something is being done. Acting Prime Minister Colin Imbert stated that out of 16,523 Venezuelans that were registered back in June 2019, only 112 were said to have criminal records ranging from robberies, larceny, drugs, trafficking, and homicide.
I've been advised that out of the total number that was registered, so far, 112 have been found to have criminal records ranging from robbery, larceny, drug trafficking, and homicide.
So now, viewers, back to my question. Where are all those illegal immigrants? Can Immigration Department in Trinidad and Tobago find them? Because they are fully aware of thousands of illegal Venezuelan immigrants in Trinidad. Immigration is aware. Minister of National Security is aware. Ministers in the Security Council are aware. TTPS are aware. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are aware. But which agency is taking steps into fixing the problem? Which one? Which one? I would like to know. I would like to know. Because there's a sad thing that is going on in Trinidad presently. We are not fixing our home, but we are fixing outsiders. We are given to look good, but we are not fixing for safety in Trinidad. I would like to send a little shout out to a good friend of mine, Baba Steve, also known as Fighting Steve, to him and his family. I know they are locked on every night at Real Talk. So good night to you, my friend, and family. After 2.5 months, UNC MP for Oropuch East, Dr. Rudal Munilal, has finally apologized to the lower house for comments he made about Laventille West MP Fitzgerald Hines during a budget crosstalk on October of 2018. Rudal Munilal apologized for saying, and I quote, "That's why snake have led for you."
Mr. Deputy Speaker, with reference to the report of the Committee of Privileges allegation of threatening words dated June 18, 2019, and pursuant to the recommendation therein and without prejudice to my legal matter, I extend an apology to the House and the member for Laventille West for the words deemed threatening. I thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, for your cooperation in this matter.
It has been some time, but finally, he apologized. Now, viewers, I will tell you something. Standing up and apologizing doesn't mean that you are weak, you know. It doesn't mean that you are feeble. For me, if I apologize like I did to Mr. Rudal Munilal at the beginning of my show for a script error, now, sometimes individual will say, if you apologize, you know, well, you're weak, and you're backing down, and you can't stand up, and oh God, them stronger than you, and one set of Nancy story. Apologizing to someone shows that you have set your mind frame to stand on your ground, whether you're right or you're wrong, to tell the individual, I am sorry. And saying sorry to someone doesn't mean you're weak. I just tell my wife, baby, I'm sorry all the time. Not all the time I am right. Sometimes she is right, and I acknowledge when she is right. So what Mr. Munilal did was acknowledging that, you know what, I have to give an apology, and I am man enough to stand up and apologize. Not like some others. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Good program as usual.
Thank you.
Mr. I will call him Prime Minister Alibaba. He pressed the knob. The panic mode. He's in panic mode right now, so he's desperate. He's going to blame every single person. It's Suraj. What do you hear me? Suraj, Kala, hey, David, that one. That's how we're going to be conducting his behavior. He is the head of the National Security Council. He said he has privilege to know everything. How? Let Mr. Robertson go and ask him. He know everything. I hope the leader of the opposition very smart. She have no question to answer. So this man in desperate mode, and he will be blaming everyone. He has settled down to run the country. The PNM has settled down to run the country, and trying to distract this nation from the real issue, that $1 million contract that he withdrew. I believe that was about big thieving and racket there. So we had to pay attention to that and don't be distracted about what he's trying. Thank you very much, Mr. Saeed, for giving me this opportunity on your program.
Thank you, my friend, for calling in and voicing your concern. Hey, hear this now. I was talking to a friend today. He said, Saeed, they are going to spend $29 million to fix the electrical problem with the morgue in San Fernando Hospital. But you know, they don't have money to buy beds. They don't have money to pay back pay. They don't have money to fix road. They don't have money for disabled grants. He said, but they're finding $29 million now to fix an electrical problem, and they can't even put a bed in the hospital. Caller, good night.
Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I am saying, I want to add my voice to the people who say that the opposition leader have nothing to answer for. I mean, it's an embarrassment to the Prime Minister. He's supposed to be the man in charge of all the security in this country.
Correct.
And whoever, let us say, I am dealing with the family, say, Kamala Prasad Bisesa said that the lady was going to be arrested, but she was arrested. So it tells me that the person who confide in Mrs. Bisesa has more confidence in her than the Prime Minister. Nobody tells the Prime Minister, and he's supposed to be the man who's supposed to know everything as far as security is in this country. But somebody say, hey, I'm not telling he, because I don't have confidence in this man.
I understand what you're saying.
And this is so sad to know we have a country to run, a Prime Minister who is there, and nobody, the people don't have any confidence in him. And the things even get worse. Because when somebody said, it's about 2 months ago, our police commissioner said that could have never been. So the plot thickens, and the Prime Minister is trying his best to get the egg out his face. But it wouldn't happen. I say, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, you just stay put, say nothing. This is my side of the thing. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for your comments, my friend. You know, every day it amazes me, you know, to know that something new always popping up in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Especially in the political field. Listen to this, eh? Former PNM Prime Minister Patrick Manning says to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I know who the big fish are. Okay? From then to now, how many big fish have been held? How many? Now, being the head of the Security Council in Trinidad and Tobago, and you know Trinidad, presently, crime is escalating. Forget you are the Prime Minister for a second. Being the head of security, you would want to sit down with communities, with villagers, with cities, with officers in the districts, and find out what type of solution can we come up with to secure your neighborhood or your community. If I am wrong, you tell me. You be the judge. Call a good night.
Good night, Said. How are you going, man?
I'm all right. Go right ahead.
You know, the government could pass every single law possible to prosecute people for drugs, for prosecute people for guns, for rapists, every single thing. That is for the citizen of the country. But you know, you could not pass any law to reshape the constitution so that when these thieving set of politicians get caught, that they are prosecuted with all the corruption that they are doing, like giving out contracts to friends and family and all these kind of things. You know, they would never do that. Every citizen know every single thing that is going wrong with what the government. They could call every minute and talk about Kamala. They do nothing wrong. She do something right. Rowley do something wrong. This one do what he do right and all this kind of thing. But you know, they would not voice their opinion and try to charter a way to make and force the government into restructuring the constitution so that the public money, the taxpayers' money, would not be abused and spent like all the schools that were spent. That the money that was spent in all those schools that are vandalized now, the money that was spent in HEC buildings that is not occupied and are vandalized, somebody had to give account for that, or else this nonsense that is going on, you start a highway, you shut it down.
Yes, yes.
Billions of dollars lose there, and it's taxpayers' money, and they don't get a kickback. Like for instance, this deal that Rowley make. You know, Rowley know every single thing. But he, you know, he was the housing minister that make this deal with the Chinese and them. He, you know, this government presently is a Adono government. Rowley didn't know he had two sons. Alwari didn't know he have two children was shooting on the range. Stuart Young didn't know that how his stepdaughter dealing in drugs. They didn't know Marlene McDonald didn't build a community center. So this is a don't know government. And still, people cannot wake up and understand that no matter which side of the political divide that we sit on is just abuse and abuse and abuse of the taxpayers' money. And the country just remains the same. And remember what Rowley said about the politics in this country is a code of silence. The Cosa Nostra, they call it. You understand? That is a mafia term of once in a syndicate, you have to be silent because all of them thieving money and all of them silent to it. And then the citizens only quarreling and we supporting red, we supporting yellow. And the country goes nowhere. And blood spilling on the street, people dying, education going on to zero, hospital and functioning how it is. And then everybody could call and say, we know what to do. This one right, that one wrong. And that's how it goes in this country. We get nowhere. Have a good night, Said, and take care.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, now you understand why I created this platform. to demand explanation. To demand. Come out and explain why the contract was cancelled. And according to Wade Mark, come out and explain to the people what process did they use to grant the contract in the first place. Because the citizens of Trinidad wants to know now, why are we going to pay now 43 million US dollars to a company who have been assigned, a contract was given to them to construct 5,000 homes throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Now, the contract have been cancelled. Why? The cancellation is allegedly going to cost us 43 million US. So why are we going to pay that? What caused the cancellation of the contract? And I am asking the housing minister to come out and explain to the citizens, because it's taxpayers' dollars that are going to pay if they have to pay. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, Saeed, here, the ATC picture with this TV screen right now, right? I see they have a rat trap. That will get the big thief in the ATC house, you know?
Caller, but let's be careful with the language. I'll get me in trouble, you know. I'll get me in trouble. Now, viewers, you understand why I launched this? Because people need explanation. Why haven't the big fish get caught in the hook as yet? Why is our Coast Guard not functional around Trinidad and Tobago? Why is the border still open? Why are we not getting medication in the hospital? Hundreds of millions are being spent on road projects, yet we have broken bridges in areas, yet we have undeveloped areas in Trinidad presently, and we are in 2019. And some areas, there are no water, there are no road, children still not going to school. Why are we still in the 14th century when we are going into 2020 in a couple of months from now? Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
Yes, caller from Cuba.
Welcome, Cuba.
Same problem at Cuba West again today. Children leave school at 9 o'clock. So what a problem?
Well, caller, what we understand is poor work done by a previous contractor that the Minister of Housing, no, not housing, my mistake, Land and Fisheries came out and said, hey, Trinidad really upside down, you know. We have the wrong minister coming out and giving information now. I'm telling you, just now we have, let me see, the head of the security, and we are now to plan a proper border safety and security. We have Land and Fisheries coming out and talking about school when the education minister is supposed to do it. We have the PNM Women's League now demanding an answer from Kamala when the Minister of Security is supposed to be asking the question, how do you know that? We have the PNM Women's League asking that question. But when something happens to a woman, when they're murdered, when they are being battered, when they are kicked in the street, no Women's League. So that's why I asked the question last time. Are we going up the ladder or are we going down very fast? You know when you're driving a car and you're going down a hill and you just let go everything, the car just pick up our speed? Well, I feel we're going down without mashing brakes. Why am I saying that? I live in Trinidad and I am seeing what is taking place. Hence the reason why I have decided to stand up with my own 2 feet, fund my own program, and let the people of Trinidad and Tobago know that there's a platform where we can get answers from. And believe me, I does get answers, you know. I does get answers. The public do get answers. You know why? Because when I ask, we get it. We get it. Call good night. We lost that? Interim CEO of Heritage Petroleum Company Limited, Ms. Arlene Chow, is receiving a total of 1.8 million yearly, which is, boy, you all going to love this, you know. Interim CEO of, I will take my time and I will read it again slowly because I want to let you understand while you're suffering to buy bread, while your house being taken away, when you can't get, when you're fired from your job and the bank coming down on you and you don't know where to turn, groceries going up, car maintenance going up, your children can't go to school because the school ain't functional, 95% finished and the next 5% cannot finish. Listen this. Interim CEO of Heritage Petroleum Company Limited, Ms. Arlene Chow, I wonder what kind of chow, is receiving a total of TT dollars 1.8 million yearly, which is TT dollars $150,000 monthly. Ms. Arlene Chow have also been assigned a company vehicle with a driver as well as a phone allowance of 1,000 TT per month. This was revealed by acting Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Colin Imbert, during Parliament sitting on Friday.
The base salary for Ms. Chow in her interim appointment as the Chief Executive Officer of Heritage Petroleum Limited, the base salary is 150,000 Trinidad and Tobago dollars per month. The interim CEO is provided with a company vehicle and a driver and has a cell phone monthly limit of 1,000 Trinidad and Tobago dollars per month. The term of employment commenced on the 1st of September, and these terms will remain in effect for a period no less than 6 months.
Let's talk now. Now is the time to talk. Now is the time to call in. 237-3135 and drop your comment. Call her good night. Call in and drop your comment. That is from, I'll tell you something. Those words are the words of the Minister of Finance in Trinidad and Tobago and the acting Prime Minister also of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Colin Imbert. And he is letting the public know, and for the public to understand, this is the salary, this is one of the package that she will be receiving. So while you're here, all you're suffering, and all you can't buy bread, and all you can't buy books, and all you can't buy shoes, and the bank coming to take all your house, and you can't find a job, and when you go to the hospital, oh God, we can't get a bed, people dying on the floor. This is the type of salary someone is receiving. I am not exposing her, you know. I am just saying after my acting Prime Minister. And I'm also saying after the Minister of Finance. So that is why I said on a previous show, when the HDC sent out letters to people who are squatting around the airport terminal in Tobago, And after 6 months, all you come to take the land. We have thousands of houses put down. But you're coming to drive them out into poverty. You're coming to create bandits. You're coming to create murderers. Give them a house. You want to score political mileage? Give them a house in Tobago. And you will see how they go vote for you. You see, you have to be smart, you know. You can't be foolish all the time and be fooled all the time, you know. Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Now, I want to know, look at that kind of money. And no school closing down. They ain't paying drivers. Firing people. So what is really going on? They're really taking people for damn, you know.
What's the language, caller? I will not be held responsible for your language. I am making it totally clear. Real talk in no way will be held accountable for the language of the caller. Because my audio tech is waiting to cut you. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
All that money, I mean, who knows, she probably qualified, but still, I mean, there are a lot of ministries that need the money. Right? I mean, I don't know when he's going to announce that, you know, or when he's going to release funds for the TTPS to pay up their bills. I do not know. Right? Look at the state of Bahamas. I do not know why the teachers are asking the parents to bring stuff for them. I'm so sorry what happened to them. But keeping in mind, the kids also have to bring toilet paper and soap and bleach, and, you know. And they're still asking now for donations for Bahamas. But, you know, my heart goes out to Bahamas.
Thank you. Now, caller, I do feel sorry for people. I am deeply saddened of what took place in the Bahamas. But keep in mind, when we were affected and we were getting help from the UN, somebody in authority denied the help for the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. It's Fire Friday. Watch me, I'm feeling good tonight, you know. I'm feeling good tonight, you know. You know why? You know why, viewers? I take great pleasure in coming here from Monday to Friday to let you all know what is taking place in Trinidad. And if we don't stand as a citizen and demand change, it would not. I could go 75% of the way, from 0 to 75. And if you all stand up, look how far I am taking you, from 0 to 75. If you all just stand the next 25, you know what? We could live like kings and queens in Trinidad. You know why? Because the amount of money that's been given away, and the amount of money that goes in contract, and when you do here now, ooh, so much. When we want to build a hotel in Tobago, $1 billion. Where did you get that? Where did you get that? We had no money. When they newly come into power, we have money for 3 days. Boom! Anisha, good night to you, my dear. I love using that word now, you know. Almost 4 years now. And we have money to run Trinidad for 3 months. 3 days. All remember that? Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
This whole PNM, I know why it isn't. This PNM party, everybody's party, that's a scandalous people. This person who took over Heritage, this petroleum place there, right? She resigned, right? And you can't be paying us that amount of money. We need road, we need education, we need medication, we need all the utilities in the country. This government don't have any sense of what.
Caller, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Is Heritage Petroleum a state company?
I think it looks like it's a state company. You waiting, wait. Nobody is a state company, a private company.
Thank you, my friend. Is it a state company? me tell you something. Look at the figures. Look at the figures. While one's suffering, one's wearing a crown on their head. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
How are you going?
I'm good, I'm good.
Them houses you're saying for the land to build the airport is Tobago you're talking about?
Yes.
Well, Tobago don't belong to the Tobago, you know, it's still Crown land. They can't give Tobagonians no land there, you know. If you check the lady who is the lord who have the our party over there, she was a senator here one time. Regional Dumas and them, they came across here to fix that when Kamala was there. To see if they could get the land changed from Crown lands to Tobagonians. All people and them living there for what, 100 years or more. They pass on the land from their great-grandfather, their father, children, but it's not theirs, it belongs to the Crown still. When the Crown joined Tobago to Trinidad, they never changed it. And Dave Robinson and all of them never cared to do it. It's when Kamala was in power and they were taking land to finish hospital and do this, all kind of things, they realized it was Crown land still. They just can't take up land and give them. That's why the 85% of Tobagonians living in Trinidad, including the Prime Minister. Them that say they have land and house there, but go and check it for yourself because it's Crown land still.
Thank you, caller, for educating the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
Have a nice night.
Thank you for educating them. Now, Crown land, you have a 99-year lease, and you could pass it on from your grandfather to your son, to your daughter, and it comes down the line. But who are the owners? Let me tell you something. Don't feel you could come and fool Saeed, you know. You're making a mistake. That is why I just stand so strong and vibrant on my show, because I know who I am. That is why I just use the statement. When you hear I highlighting certain incident and I do challenge you, you want to come? Not a problem. I don't have a problem with you coming after me. But what you will have a problem with is when you hear something touch you like that and you spin back and you ain't see nothing. That will be your problem, not mine. And I just said bold and brave on TV. Caller, good night.
Saeed, good night again.
Go right ahead.
Looking smashing in your blue as usual.
Thank you.
Saeed, you see them crooks we have running this country? We are sure if they did not take that help, and we don't know here, you know, because nothing out of these people's mouth. If the truth biting them in the behind, they won't even know that is the truth. So they could have accepted the help, and all man enjoy it. And as usual, we don't get anything in this country. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, I was talking about security and security on our borders. Listen to this. The drama and attacks on the fishermen of Trinidad and Tobago continues as yet another fisherman was shot on Wednesday, September 11th, while out at sea. According to reports, around 10 a.m. on Wednesday, September 12th, the fishermen observed a white pirogue approaching their boat 2 miles off the Icacos coast. The fishermen then immediately cut their lines, trying to escape the vessel in which 4 Spanish-speaking men were on. The Spanish-speaking men ordered the fishermen to surrender their boats. However, the fishermen decided not to give up and tried to make a dash for land. Gunshots were fired during their escape, and Christopher Granger was shot in the chest. Christopher Granger is said to be warded in serious condition. Real Talk Media contacted Mr. Gary Aboud for a comment on this attack out at sea. However, he noted that he does not know what to do anymore. Investigations are continuing. And I was saying about security. Why don't the head of Security Council, why don't the Minister of National Security, why don't the advisors come down to the community and find out what is taking place? How can we fix your community? What can we do? How can we render assistance to you, the citizen of the community? Let's meet with the community leaders. Let's meet with the councillors. Let's meet with the MPs and see what we could do. If every minister decides to stand up and fix their community, because every 5 years you want to be re-elected as the minister for the constituency. So if you decide to stand up now and fix your community, and the people of the community will go back and vote you next general election. You see, when you hear I come here and I started to talk, I just give all a solution to the problem. But when you feel in a position that you can't listen to the small man and your head blow up with power, it will be a serious thing. It's Fire Friday. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
You know, earlier in the week, you had Diyal Singh on TV, 3-4 nights, saying thousands of people in this country have a mental problem. But he missed it. That entire Rowley and his entire band have a mental problem, and they all should end up in sentence. He's talking about he don't want to lock away people in sentence and all of this kind of thing. So all of them should end up there, and they feel, this government feel that after 7 days, everybody forget everything what they do us for 4 years, and we go vote them back in come 2020. But thank God for program like yours, Real Talk. God bless you, and God bless Real Talk. We'll keep reminding them about the injustice they did to Trinidad and the citizens of this country for the last 4 years. We will get rid of them and put all of them in sentence in a mental home 2020. Thank you very much.
Now, listen to this, viewers. I am not bashing party, because I will tell you something. If the UNC or the PPP or NJAC or whatever party was in power, I would have been standing right here doing the very same thing. The very same thing. What I am pushing for is production. What I am doing is educating the citizens of their right. What I am doing is to let you know what those in authority are supposed to be doing for you. That is what I am here doing. Listen to this. Both UNC and members of the sitting government, that is PNM, in Parliament, have come together on Friday, that is today, to debate the Sexual Offenders Amendment Bill 2019. The Sexual Offender Amendment Bill 2019 is still being debated up to news time. Real Talk Media will keep you up to date as to the outcome of this debate via our Facebook page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Now, viewers, I am the one who have pushed for the Real Talk Child Sex Offender Registry to be up and running and to publish the offender name, photograph, and address, so individuals will be aware of, hey, John Doe, he's a sexual offender, he's a predator. Keep him away from my child. Every individual will know where the offenders live and their photo. Some did oppose, but you know, God is good. I will always say that. So that was one of the legislations and the amendment that Real Talk have pushed. Like myself and the AG, we want to know why no one is on the child sex offender registry as yet. How come no one are placed on that registry as yet? I'm going to tell you something. Moses led, I love Moses, you know. Moses led thousands of Israelites from Pharaoh's kingdom into the wilderness, you know. One man, you know, with the power of God, you know. So on Real Talk with Saieed is one man with the power of God moving. And I will get things done in Trinidad. I don't care who is the ruling party. Because I'm here to stand up for the rights of the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. And you don't have to pay me to do it. Because I just fund me show myself and I don't beg nobody. Nobody. And I'm proud to say that. You know why? God is sustaining me. According to my friend, Baba Steve, Saieed, stay in the spirit. That's my good friend, you know. Hey, I'm going to tell you something now. Firing up tonight, you know. I wish I had a 2 hours program tonight, you know, but here you go, do. It's all about you. It's all about letting you know who you are. It's all about you understanding the situation you're in. It's all about you knowing how to stand up and defend. It's all about you knowing how to make it in the struggle. Mahatma Gandhi stood up for the people of India. He was wrapped in a piece of white cloth and he moved with a stick. And he didn't business what the people say. He didn't business what the government did. He stood for the citizen. Martin Luther King did the same thing. He didn't business what people say. He stood proud. And that is what I am doing. Viewers, we are running out of time for tonight. We have about 30 seconds left. A rerun of this program is Monday morning coming. Very soon, we will be broadcasting globally. So in the Spanish speaking, the French speaking, the German speaking, they will be able to view Real Talk with Saieed Ali live with a translation of our language. Viewers, we are out of time. Be safe over the weekend and I look forward to hearing from you Monday night. Please, God, be safe and enjoy.